Cornelius Tacitus, the Roman historian and senator, cast a critical eye on the Roman Empire, even at the height of its immense power. He saw beyond the gleaming facades of Roman triumph and into the darker, more sinister corners of its vast domain. In his writings, Tacitus explored the complex relationship between luxury, power, and the human condition in great detail. He recognized the seductive allure of opulence, but also its deeply corrosive effects on individuals and societies. His observations, though rooted in the Roman world, resonate with chilling relevance today, offering valuable lessons about the dangers of unchecked consumption and the enduring human struggle for balance in an age of abundance and excess. In Agricola, Tacitus recounts the life of Gnaeus Julius Agricola, a Roman general tasked with conquering and pacifying Britain. His narrative provides a detailed account of the strategies employed by Agricola to achieve his objectives. Agricola's methods, as described by Tacitus, shed light on the Roman strategy of using luxury as a tool for subduing conquered populations. This approach was not merely about military conquest, but also about cultural domination. Recognizing the inherent resistance of a conquered people, Agricola adopted a cunning approach. He understood that force alone would not be sufficient to maintain control over the Britons. He encouraged the Britons to embrace Roman customs and luxuries, believing that such indulgences would weaken their resolve and foster dependence on Roman rule. By introducing them to the opulence of Roman life, he aimed to create a sense of admiration and aspiration among the Britons. Temples, baths, and forums were constructed, showcasing the grandeur and sophistication of Roman civilization. These structures were not just buildings, but symbols of Roman power and culture. British elites were seduced by the allure of Roman villas, fine wines, and exotic goods, gradually assimilating into the Roman way of life. The transformation was subtle but profound, as they began to see the benefits of Romanization. This calculated strategy of cultural assimilation through luxury, as Tacitus observed, proved remarkably effective. It was a form of soft power that complemented the hard power of the Roman legions. By fostering a desire for Roman goods and lifestyles, Agricola aimed to pacify the Britons and integrate them into the Roman Empire, not just through military might, but through the seductive power of material comfort. This dual approach ensured a more stable and lasting control over the newly conquered territories. Tacitus recognized the inherent danger in this approach. He understood that a society enamored with luxury could become complacent, losing the very values that had made it strong. As the Britons grew accustomed to the comforts of Roman life, they also became increasingly reliant on the systems that provided those luxuries. This dependence, Tacitus argued, eroded their self-sufficiency and made them vulnerable to manipulation and control. The Britons, once fierce warriors who fiercely defended their land, gradually transformed into a people more concerned with accumulating wealth and enjoying the fruits of Roman civilization. This shift, while seemingly beneficial on the surface, raised concerns about the long-term consequences of such dependence. Tacitus, ever the astute observer of human nature, recognized that true freedom extended beyond mere material comfort. It required a spirit of independence and a willingness to defend one's values even in the face of adversity. Luxury, he warned, had the insidious power to erode those very qualities. Centuries later, Tacitus's observations on luxury and power resonate with unsettling familiarity in our modern world. The rise of big tech companies with their vast wealth and influence presents a striking parallel to the Roman Empire's use of luxury as a tool for control. Today it is not opulent villas or exotic spices that are used to pacify and subdue. Instead, it is the addictive allure of technology, the convenience of instant gratification, and the constant stream of personalized content. Just as the Britons were seduced by the allure of Roman luxury, modern consumers are often captivated by the sleek design, seamless functionality, and endless entertainment offered by tech giants. We willingly surrender our data, our privacy, and even our attention spans in exchange for the convenience and connectivity these technologies provide. This dependence, however, comes at a cost, mirroring the vulnerabilities Tacitus observed in Roman-occupied Britain. Section 5. Opium Dreams and Iron Curtains, Historical Parallels. History is replete with examples of how luxury goods and addictive substances have been used to exert control and influence over societies and nations. The British East India Company's opium trade in China during the 19th century serves as a chilling illustration of this phenomenon. The British, recognizing the highly addictive nature of opium, flooded the Chinese market with the drug, creating widespread dependence and reaping enormous profits in the process. This calculated strategy systematically undermined Chinese society, weakened its resistance, and paved the way for British economic and political dominance in the region. Similarly, during the Cold War, both the Soviet Union and the West used luxury goods and access to consumer products as a means of ideological persuasion and influence. The West showcased the abundance and freedom offered by capitalism, while the Soviet Union promised equality and security through its socialist ideals. In both cases, material goods and the promise of a better life were used as powerful tools to win hearts and minds, highlighting the enduring power of luxury as a tool of influence and control throughout history. Section 6. The Seductive Power of Excess. From Rome to the Modern World. The allure of luxury is a powerful force, deeply ingrained in human nature. It has always been a symbol of status and power, a way to showcase one's wealth and influence. From the opulent banquets of Roman emperors where the finest foods and wines were served in abundance, to the sleek gadgets of the 21st century which promise to make our lives easier and more connected, the desire for comfort, convenience, and status symbols transcends time and culture. It is a universal human trait that has persisted through the ages. The danger, as Tacitus astutely observed, lies in allowing this desire to consume us, to dictate our values and to overshadow our true needs and aspirations, and to erode our capacity for critical thought and independent action. When we prioritize material wealth over intellectual and moral growth, we lose a part of our humanity. When we become overly reliant on external sources of comfort and validation, we risk losing sight of what truly matters: our freedom, our values, and our ability to shape our own destinies. True fulfillment comes from within, from our relationships, our achievements, and our personal growth, and our ability to shape our own destinies. This is a lesson that history has taught us time and again. This is not to say that all luxury is inherently bad. The pursuit of beauty, comfort, and innovation can be a source of joy and progress. It can inspire creativity and drive human advancement, and innovation can be a source of joy and progress. It is through these pursuits that we have achieved some of our greatest accomplishments. The key, however, lies in finding balance, in recognizing the seductive power of excess, and in cultivating the wisdom to distinguish between true fulfillment, and the fleeting allure of material possessions. Only then can we lead lives of genuine contentment and purpose, and the fleeting allure of material possessions. By learning from the past, we can navigate the complexities of the modern world with greater insight and clarity. Section 7. Beyond Materialism, Cultivating Awareness and Philosophical Insight. To navigate the complexities of a world saturated with luxury and driven by consumption, we must look beyond the allure of material possessions and cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and the forces that shape our desires and motivations. This requires cultivating awareness, engaging in critical reflection, and embracing philosophical insight. We must ask ourselves, what truly brings us happiness and fulfillment in life? What are the values that guide our choices and actions? How can we use our resources wisely and responsibly? By engaging in such introspection, we can begin to disentangle ourselves from the seductive grip of unchecked consumerism and move towards a more balanced and meaningful existence. This process of self-discovery is not a one-time event, but an ongoing journey of learning, growth, and adaptation. Section 8. A Timeless Warning: Navigating the Allure of Luxury. The downfall of the Roman Empire serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that even the mightiest of civilizations are not immune to the corrosive effects of unchecked luxury and the erosion of core values. Tacitus, through his insightful observations and timeless writings, provides us with a framework for understanding the complex relationship between luxury, power, and the human condition. His words serve as a timeless warning, urging us to approach the allure of luxury with caution, to cultivate awareness, and to seek fulfillment beyond the realm of material possessions. In an age of unprecedented abundance and technological advancement, the lessons from Tacitus are more relevant than ever. By heeding his warnings, cultivating awareness, and embracing a more balanced approach to consumption, We can strive to create a future where material prosperity is tempered by wisdom, compassion, and a deep understanding of the enduring human values that truly matter.